So, the courts hailed you as a dead man, and they sent you a thing that says that you've got all these crimes, and you got to show up at court on a certain day or at a certain date at a certain time. And, nobody signed it. Oh, so nobody's holding responsibility for that. So they don't want you to know who to sue. So if they send you something without a signature, is it actually valid? See, Daniel was thrown into the lion's den because the attorneys didn't like that he helped the king. Well, he survived, and the king threw the attorneys in. So letter law was deceitful, and that's why we could not use it, because deceit, gain, is failure in our belief, in our faith. And so letter law was outlawed by our Almighty by example, but it was imported by the Supreme Court, and it's foreign, and it was in dishonor. They were notified when they did it. And what they would claim is that, well, you didn't come and change it. Well, if you're in dishonor, I don't need to come change it. You're already lost. You've already agreed to lose your soul. So when the court hails you, they hail you in the honor of a dead man. You see, that's not the way we try to set it up. So it does actually in dishonor. It hails you in dishonor. If you show up in court, you are in dishonor. They have no valid contract under fraud, waste, and abuse. But it's the fraud, waste, and abuse that they apply to you. So if you participate in court, you have lost standing in dishonor. That's why some people say, well, I'm not what do you call that? A soothsayer, or I'm not a magician. I can't go to court. Well, I agree. It's best not to speak. But not speaking is not pleading the fifth by silence in a situation of dishonor. It's preventing you from putting your foot in your mouth in their dishonor. And it's kind of the best way to go. If you consider that it's all pretty much void for vagueness, that the language that they use you don't understand, which makes it void for vagueness, and that it's also in dishonor through signature fraud and all kinds of other trickery. And I don't know, seems to me like since they called that court in your name, it's your court. And maybe you ought to hold them responsible for calling you together there in fraud, waste, and abuse.